Hey everybody, welcome back to Koali Beach episode number 10. Today I'll be working on the entrance plaza on the other side of the entrance and adding a bit of an area around that, including a small flat ride, a small river with some bridges, a nice new sort of key area terrace next to the lake which we have, and I'll be doing a little bit of detailing work of foliage and rockwork around the volcano to really pull the entire area together. And of course, as always, I am joined by the lovely lady designer.
Hello.
And of course, the ever great Mr. Keralis.
PewDiePie.
Oh my!
Really
Actually, did you guys hear about PewDiePie?
Yeah, I heard.
The thing. It's so weird because YouTube drama is always a thing that I try to distance myself from as much as possible. It's like the celebrity gossip of the YouTube world. But this one, I don't know. I think it's kind of hilarious. I like
Am
PewDiePie
I stupid
a lot,
that I
actually.
didn't hear it?
Oh, well, basically what happened is PewDiePie has a deal with Disney, and he's at Maker Studios, which is a multi-channel network that is part of Disney, and his network has basically left him because of his so-called anti-Semite comments. Because he made some videos making Nazi jokes, and now Disney doesn't want to have to do anything with him anymore. So there's this huge controversy, and suddenly everybody is calling PewDiePie a Nazi, and the world is exploding. And all the time he's just like, or well, we haven't heard anything from him, but it's just like he's just a random guy on the internet making some jokes, and now he's been left alone by all of these companies. It's weird. It's basically the entire hype on the internet today. But
Okay,
I do feel bad about him. Like I feel really bad about him. For him.
yeah,
For him.
I
Like,
actually
yeah,
really
like,
like
I mean,
his stuff.
Like, it's a thin line between like upsetting people and stuff. But if you watch the H3 video, he's a Jew himself, right? And he explains it, like how the newspaper showed it in like, or what was it, New York Times or something? No, which newspaper? There was some newspaper. At
I
least.
think there were multiple outlets that were shown in that
but
way.
I think the first one but they put it so out of context. Like you know how newspaper they can like they arrange something to look this a certain way they want it to look.
Yeah.
And they cut it before like the whole like point of the thing. It was just bad, and I feel bad about it for him. Really.
Yeah.
I do too, because the thing that I always like about PewDiePie is, or at least I like recently about him, before or after he was just, you know, making video game videos and screaming at video games. But especially recently, he's gone really kicking the establishment of YouTube, like going as far as he can and doing all of these weird things. He's the biggest YouTuber of all time by far. Like, he leaves the rest behind easily, and he always changes his profile picture. He has a layout that currently makes fun of the old YouTube layout, including the old subscribe button. He just makes the most ridiculous videos like, guys, can you leave as many dislikes on this video as you can? Like, he's the biggest person on the platform, but at the same time, he doesn't take the platform too seriously, and he makes great satirical content about it. And that's something I like. Like, it's not just your average kind of very easily marketable YouTube person. But yeah, I'm kind of sad about the fact that there's this huge controversy about him, and this sort of him being misrepresented in a lot of the media channels. But that's such a serious topic. Basically, I like YouTube, and I thought I like PewDiePie, and I thought the recent controversy about him was just kind of a funny thing, just some finally interesting drama to see, and we'll see how it pans out. I haven't actually seen the H3 video, though I love those guys. I just saw it while I was browsing on my phone, so I haven't been able to watch the video, but I definitely still want to.
Watch it. Like, I mean, he does explain it. It's kind of like. He's not offended. He's a Jew, right?
Yeah.
And he just puts it like in this like, why are other people, not Jews, being offended by this? Like, why do you have to be offended for something? Like, you know, it just doesn't make any sense. And I mean, I've seen so many comedy shows all over the place in the US, making fun of stuff like this. And
True.
it's okay in some outlets, but not in this outlet. And I mean, he's a genuine guy. Like, he doesn't mean it. It's not in a bad way. It's more of a comedic way, right? So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Obviously, there's people being offended by it, but yeah, I feel better.
Yeah.
Feel
Exactly.
sorry about PewDiePie.
And I never
PewDiePie.
expected that before, because I used to think somewhat lowly of him. Well, no, basically back in 2012, I was a high schooler and I loved PewDiePie and like all of his horror video games, like videos. Then later, I turned out not to like him so much anymore, but now I just like him again, because where I feel he's kind of at this point is he's kind of at the Beatles part of his career, where like halfway through the Beatles career, they had so much money, they had everything, they were the biggest band already, they started doing drugs and started making this crazy experimental good music. And I kind of feel that's where PewDiePie is at now. Like, he started becoming big doing standard boring pop, and now he's just experimenting and testing the grounds, which is interesting. Anyway, maybe we should bring it back to Planet Coaster.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Started it.
so what was one of the very funny things which I did in this episode is, of course, I worked on the plaza itself, which is what I'm kind of doing right now, adding
And
the
it
little
looks so
hut next to it.
good.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you send us some screenshots, so we've seen it, and
It looks
it's
amazing.
so awesome. Like, seriously, our stuff looks like crap comparing to your stuff.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes.
It's so different though. Like, the thing about this episode that made it so hard for me, personally, I've worked on this video the entire day. It's super no-lifing, and I kind of regret it because it took much longer than I expected. The thing about this was just that it took a lot of effort, but that aside, it's just so much effortful detail. Is effortful a word? There's a lot of detailing which takes a lot of effort, and I think the most important part of it, is doing that sort of terrace next to the lake, where you don't just have
So
the ground running into the water, but you actually have the paths sort of curving alongside the water, which is a
It's
very
so-
annoying
so
thing to do.
awesome.
It takes time though.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It
Yeah.
does take. It's all of small little, like, rocks, bushes, and in the end, it looks absolutely fabulous. But you can just waste so many hours just placing stuff like that, and hopefully people will appreciate it, because this is all work. When I was watching the screenshots, dude, it's mind blowing.
So cool. Like the designs you made.
Oh yeah, that's
how
one
you
thing
call
we
it?
are
Yeah.
still getting into in the video though.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler
and
alert.
the fountain.
Okay, hold it right there before you're gonna
Because
spoil the rest of this video.
Zemo's in it.
But I just love it. Like, seriously, I don't know what you guys see right now in the video, but it's
Oh,
so cool.
yeah.
Like, this is. I was so long thinking, like, what shall we do beside of my restaurant on the other side? I have no idea, and you came up with this, and this is perfect. Like, seriously perfect.
All right, awesome. Well, basically what I'm
Jaw-dropping
doing
good.
at the moment
Yeah.
is I just finished the little bridge, which was actually surprisingly easy to do, and it's just
So good looking
paths
as well.
with a few simple things around it. And at this point, I started working on like the outer edges of the like the terrace with the chairs. And oh wait, now I'm spoiling things myself. This is basically where there's going to be the restaurant area at some point in the future. Whoops. And yeah, I'm just finishing the waterfront at this point and making sure that it's all clean and well connected, and there are no points and little bits sticking out at certain areas. So
I think it's a good time to say, yes, my water rabbit looks a little bit crap. I know, I've seen your comments, but I
think
think
it looks nice.
Sylph adjusted it a little bit
yeah,
to make it look more perfect. Well, it's not perfect. To make it look perfect, not more perfect. Perfect.
definitely.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, but I think the changes you made are good. Thank you for that.
How do I see it? Oh, is it just on the border, right? On the edge thingy?
Yeah, on the the last drop you have at the volcano, it doesn't. Did it go straight down, or is it? I can't see it really
Yeah,
in the
basically
picture, but-
right now there is this sort of straight drop that you might also be able to see in the video every now and then coming in the top of the screen. There's this straight drop that drops down out of the volcano, which looks really cool, but realistically is something that you do not want since there's such a straight drop right there with a curve straight after it in a sense that you wouldn't normally see in an actual rapid ride, since it's just like there's too much of a drop and not much of an area behind it to actually slow down the rapid. So I decided at some point I would tackle that thing, even though I didn't ask your permission. Like at this point, I was just like, oh god, I'm gonna touch the ride. Hopefully she's not gonna be too mad.
I'm never mad. Don't worry about that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was actually really happy that you were actually happy with the
If you
changes
had
that I made.
removed it, I would have been mad, maybe.
It's gone. It's gone.
But like, okay, I deleted your whole water rapid and rebuild it, then I will be like, yeah, what the hell? But this is totally fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm actually really happy about that because I was so not sure how you would react when I was doing this, so
No, it's
I didn't
a
want to make too many
collaboration.
changes to it. That's true, definitely.
So it's totally fine, and I'm quite happy you did. But then again, like when I was building that water rapid, it was really it's so hard because you know in Efteling you have the piranha, and then you would like to make rocks on every side, like really in the water, you know what I mean, and like waterfalls and that kind of stuff. And I really want to put in some VFXs, but I really want to wait with the VFXs till the last episodes we have, because else it will drop the frame rate so much. But then again, I don't really think that you can really make a realistic water rapid. Like you can't really place a rock really close to the ride itself, and that sucks.
Exactly.
So,
I actually
it's pretty
agree with
much.
that quite a lot. I haven't personally tried to make the rapid ride until now, I guess, since I worked on yours. But I haven't actually tried it because personally, very honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of the kind of rapid ride that this is, since just like the Piranha, which you talked about, it's a very large rapid ride that is so put into the area. There's rocks on the sides, and it's really this river. And the rapid ride in-game is just a smaller type of rapid ride, kind of like the one that you would see in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1, 2, and 3. And it doesn't work so well for like these large sort of scenic rapid rides that most of them are. So, yeah, I'm personally a little bit disappointed by this thing as well, and it's really hard to work around it and actually make it fit into an environment. So that's actually what I'm struggling with in the video at the moment, because obviously the ride itself, I just had to change the track around for a little bit. But then there was also this enormous bed out of rocks which you made, which looked good and all, but that was in the way of wherever I wanted the rapid ride to go. So
I'm sorry for that.
don't worry about it. I ended up
placed
just
a lot
having
of rocks.
to move those little suckers out of the way.
Yeah, and Keralis, don't worry about doing some scenery or changing stuff if you want to, because this is a collab, and I would love like one of us will make the station maybe of your log flume, like the same thing counts for you. Like you can
I would
change.
be happy if somebody would do it, because I suck at those parts, I guess. I can place trees and rocks. No, I'm just kidding. I think I'm gonna go into some rides in my episode. Like, I don't know what, but it's definitely gonna be some rides. We're gonna see what ride Sylphs puts in on the other side. But I just want to like have a jungle ride, like a little like car ride. But I checked that, like when I was trying to do my episode, they're not. Like, I mean, they don't really fit nicely in. Like, you know, the cars don't really fit in. I wish there was something like safari jeeps or, you know, something like that. That
True,
would
yeah.
just
I
be a
totally
game
agree
changer.
on that. You only have the spooky one and the more western one, and that's it.
Yeah, and the cats, I guess there's a cat thing as well, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the spooky
Yeah, that's the
one.
spooky, all right. Yeah.
With the
okay.
witch hat.
Yeah, it just doesn't
Yeah.
like, they don't do good. They don't really
No.
like fit the theme whatsoever here. And I'm like, what to do? I just want to have like safari jeeps or something. That would be
But they,
amazing.
well, we just talked about it, but there will be a big update coming up in April or something. So I'm really hoping that they will expand some of those things, and maybe like also with your coasters, like remember in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 where you could change your cars and that kind of stuff, your train tracks and the trains. So I really hope that they will put in something like that you can change a lot of cars.
That's actually, yeah, that's my main concern actually, because right now it's kind of doable because there aren't that many rides yet, but if they add more cars and stuff, it's gonna be really hard to keep all of the different cars as a separate roller coaster inside the menu.
Yeah, because now they do it with the train track, with the Iron Horse and Coney Express. Like, yeah, well, you could just have one track with 2 trains to choose from.
Exactly.
It would be so much more simple. So, but you never know what they are gonna put in, so I'm so excited for it though.
Same. We do know though that they have the Planet Safari name, and the question is just, is it gonna be a, yeah, but the question is it gonna be a DLC, or would that just be an update? Or
I think it will be a DLC.
Might that possibly be the thing that's coming in April? We have no idea.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it probably takes a lot more development time for it, but still. I don't think there's
really
been...
think this will be just a big update with a few rides and some changes maybe in-game, but... And maybe a new theme, I don't know. Could be. Or adjustments to themes.
I bet it's gonna be a DLC.
I think Safari will be a DLC, for sure.
Safari, yeah.
And maybe in a year or 2?
Possibly,
I don't think it will be that quick. Well, you know, you never know. Maybe they are working on it for a year as well. Like you have working on Planet Coaster, and there's already one team working on Planet Safari. You never know.
Maybe, but then again,
like...
Yeah, well, basically what I wanted to quickly say was they've been working on something since the release of the game, because there haven't been that many updates and that many things added to the game since it was released. So they have been having teams working on some new content for many months now that we haven't seen. So there is definitely quite some things that they're hiding from us.
Could be a thing indeed, Sylph. Damn it, I want to know.
But what did you want to say?
I mean, Planet Safari, wouldn't that be like a whole new standalone game? Because I mean, if you buy the name, I don't think they would do that for just a DLC.
True. But then again, the DLCs, for example, for City Skylines do have separate names as well.
Yeah, but Planet Coaster is, I mean, Planet Safari is very specific.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know how popular like the Zoo Tycoons were back in the day? So I bet if they bought Planet Safari, they would just make like a tycoon game out of it.
True. And it's a very gameplay changing element, I guess. Like you can't just turn the game into Planet Safari just by adding some DLC content. Like it takes a major overhaul of the way that the entire game works. Even Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Wild, which was a huge expansion, didn't feel like it really turned the game into a zoo game. Like it was still a theme park game with some zoo elements added to it. So yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, could be.
But,
interesting.
That's wait, I just realized I'm working on the station beginning area right now, and something that we haven't talked about in video is that is did I just say station? I meant the entrance building. Yeah. But something that we haven't talked about yet is actually how we're gonna do the connection with the Bora Bora huts, because I'm sort of bringing together the unfinished parts of the station. Did I just say station again?
Yeah, you did. It's so confusing.
I don't know how I do it. I think I've been mixing up those words for years now. It's really weird. But yeah, I think we all avoided the entrance area for quite a while, and it was still super unfinished. So I figured might as well put some stuff in there. But there's still no connection to the Bora Bora huts. Just realized we might want to get into that. So that might be.
That's a good point.
That's probably the only thing around the entrance area that is still completely unfinished.
Yeah, and there also need to be placed some shops at your Bora Bora huts to make sure that people go there, right?
Yeah, that was just gonna be empty.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't place any. Like a few shops there, and maybe like a scenic route all around the lake somehow. maybe a few rides on it. Because I mean, there's still space, right, on the other side of the Bora Bora huts.
Absolutely, absolutely. There goes our plan for a small park.
Yeah, I was just about to say that sounds amazing, but
Hey,
I'm not
what?
sure if logistically I want to get into that.
The season finale.
The season finale. Ooh.
Actually,
I think like I was thinking like we wanted to make like a 12 episode series, isn't it?
Oh, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna
No,
it's gonna be
definitely
more
not.
50.
My computer can handle. Well, maybe at some point in that time, I have a new computer, so that will be a weird thing.
Yeah.
Then I
Series gonna
can
end,
keep on building. Maybe I need to
2 years
quit
time.
halfway. Like I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. That would suck.
That were really bad. How many FPS you got now still in the game?
oh, let me get into the game right this second. Well, I put a fraps cap of 30 FPS, I think, or no, I didn't. It says 26 FPS for me.
I think I have 21 or something.
It's shrinking.
On lowest quality.
It's pretty well. It's 26 for me on the highest qualities
Oh,
on all
really?
things, so it's
No,
not too
no,
bad.
I can't do that. I can't build like
It's
that.
all the bushes. It's all the bushes. It's all in the bushes.
And the rocks. Don't forget
Yeah.
about the rocks.
A little bit of rocks, yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry
wow.
about that, guys. That was probably quite a bit for me. Seriously.
Which?
I put
Rock.
so many small rocks and bushes everywhere. I
you
even
did.
put some between your rocks and bushes. I
I
didn't feel like that
see
was
them
enough
right
yet.
now while we're
Hashtag
seeing the
blame
other
Scylla.
rocks. But it's okay. It's fine.
There was actually there was the old saying in the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 community. We were a bunch of nerds, Jesus. But there was the old saying in the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 community. There is no such thing as too much ground shrubbery, which is that rule still holds true. The more bushes
yeah.
you
I
add
kinda
to
agree on
something,
that.
the better it's gonna look.
Yeah.
Except
It is.
the
You hide
better.
away all the ugliness. You know.
That's a
But
way
it
to
gives
see.
such
That's
a
a way
great
to see
feeling to a
it.
pod.
No, but you know, like some places just feels like you know, like without a tree, it looks bland.
Yeah.
Place the
Yeah.
smallest bush there, and it's just gonna transform to something amazing.
True. But
Straight
I
away.
remember when we were playing in alpha and I put down some trees, I really didn't get the same feeling like I put down trees in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Like you had like the different trees and bushes and I placed them everywhere and it looked good. And over here in the alpha stage, I was like, this didn't do it for me. But now when we have more trees and more colors in it, I really like how it looks when you place a whole lot of different trees and bushes. It's so cool.
Oh yeah, like it transforms, and like I think like
Absolutely.
when I started playing the game, I was like I was not thinking about taking a tree and just using it as like a ground bush, taking down a tree into the ground and using it as a bush. Because I was like, nah, it's a tree, you know, it might look really awful, but it doesn't. Like, take the biggest tree, like those acacia trees, bring it down in the ground, beautiful bush and shrubbery.
True. Always.
Yeah, true.
The
Oh,
better-
no, oh no, we should say
win.
awesome. Oh, no.
Awesome. No, actually, I was about to say
Awesome.
the thing about sinking trees into the ground as bushes. That's also kind of an old Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 thing. But sinking trees into the ground as bushes kind of helps because many of the bushes in game are sort of small bushes, but sometimes you also want to have some very large bushes that really dense up your forest quite a bit.
And these trees work so well for that.
Exactly.
It's so cool.
The only thing to be kind of worried about in that sense, I guess, is the fact that the trees move beautifully in the wind, which is one of my favorite things about this game.
Yeah.
But if you lower them too much and you put like a small bush as a tree underground, you're gonna have a bush that moves around crazily. So that's one thing to slightly worry about, maybe.
It's very windy. We just say it's very windy.
Yeah,
Ground,
definitely.
okay?
Oh, didn't you want to talk about your weenie, by the way?
No, I am trying to not mention that word in the entire month of February. There's no
Just say it one time.
No, there's no particular
for the
reason for it.
people.
But it's just been a little bit overused recently, and I guess it's nice because it's getting known. Thank you. I guess it's
Weenie,
nice because
yes.
it's getting known inside the community, but I also don't want to start overusing it and just completely devalue the word.
Yeah,
so,
you're right about that. But because you don't want to say weenie, I just want you to say weenie.
Sure. You can call me up in 16 days. I'll do
Ah, no!
Weenie.
Damn it, weenie.
it. No, I don't want to be that childish about them, but
Okay.
it's
Oh well, thank you. So, boom.
it's the thing is I don't know how it happened, but over some period I just started talking about them so much that they almost turned into like a brand of my channel. Like people talk about weenies, they're like, right, silverettes, which is weird because this is not my term, and it's always been a sort of accepted term within Imagineers and theme parks in general. And suddenly the term just blew up inside the Planet Coaster community, which it's a great piece of theme park theory,
And
I
it's
guess.
your fault.
But yeah, it's
Definitely your
not my
fault.
word. I don't want to claim it, and I don't want to overuse it either and start devaluing the word, because it's very important. It's one of the greatest things of theme park theory, and it's an amazing thing. But I don't want to. It's so dear to me, I guess, that I don't want to overhype it too much. And right now,
I love my weenie as well. Like, I don't bro fist on that.
oh Jesus, I just realized how terrible that talk must have sounded.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
But
It's right stuff. It's okay. I
Yeah.
know what you mean, buddy.
yeah. And right
Me
now
too.
I'm not building any of them, so it's not
No,
something
that's
that
true.
I guess I have to talk about. But
You only change the water rapid that's coming out of the weenie. That's all.
true. That is the one thing. I guess the one thing that I do want to sort of talk about this, because I haven't really set these ideas straight, is that basically they're not per se just a tall structure or something big. They're mostly a sort of theoretical wayfinding thing. So they're used as a method to find your way inside the park, to have something very iconic and have something that people remember, but they don't necessarily have to be something that's big. And they can be roller coasters as well, very well actually. Some big roller coasters are just those things out of themselves. So that's something that's interesting
Makes
as well.
sense. Yeah. I'm looking forward to you making a roller coaster as a weenie. That's for sure now.
I guess the roller coaster, the wooden roller coaster, already kind of is in the park, because it's quite large.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
it's quite next to the Bora Bora huts, and it kind of makes itself very easy to find. It's just like, you don't have to look it up on the map. You don't have to look at it on the little wayfinding board that I just made. It's right there. It's just like it's showing itself, being like, hey, look at me. I'm the wooden roller coaster that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true. You got that right.
So yeah, that's pretty much it actually. What I did in the
10-minute weenie talk.
Damn it, it still happened. I tried not to do it. I tried my hardest
man,
not to
I'm
do it,
just
and it
falling
still
And you
down.
happened.
did say
No,
weenie,
don't
so
do it,
my
don't
mission
do it.
is accomplished.
True. So
Yeah.
that's basically it for this episode, though. I just wanted to very
What?
quickly
Is it
finish the
all?
waterfront.
10 minutes of weenie talk again.
I'm sorry about it. I just can't stop myself sometimes. Actually, no,
It's
I'm
right,
blaming
it's
this
right,
one on
so-
you, lady. You started bringing this topic. here.
Yes, you can. It's fine. I think the
Alright.
viewers are okay with it.
I feel like
I'm
the
sure
wheel
they
again.
I mean, it just means a longer video in the end. So, who would
Are
be
you guys
against that?
back? Are you guys back together or something? I feel a little bit of connection today.
No. I had a Valentine yesterday. Another Valentine. No, Bo.
Okay.
But that's completely off topic.
True. I also heard that you just had a Red Bull, so that might also be helping as
Yeah,
well.
I'm a little bit hyped right now.
We can hear that.
Sorry, guys.
I've been up since 5 a.m. It's, what is it, 10 p.m.
But you
now,
were
so-
hyped.
I'm never hyped. I'm
You
always
were.
mellow.
Mellow.
Actually, that's a perfect word. That's such a good word.
It's a great word.
I just realized how good of a word that is. Like,
Mellow.
it's not like relaxed, because, you know, relaxed almost has the kind of, hey, sup, dude, going surfing, man, kind of vibe to it.
And I'm just mellow.
Still
Almost
doing
the
a
same.
surf, dude.
No, it doesn't have the Australian surfer dude qualities to it, but it's also not like quiet where you just feel like lonely. It's mellow. That's a pretty
mellow.
damn good word. Damn.
Mellow is amazing. I love mellow.
Wow.
Anyway, I've been looking to finish up this episode. I know we could talk for ages still, but I'm just about at the end of the episode with finishing the little waterfront area here, and that's basically it for today. I have no idea what's gonna happen next time.
Ooh.
I don't think any of
Well,
us
we're
have
so
any idea what
excited.
we're gonna do.
Nope.
No, nobody knows. Nobody's big surprises.
It's all
But
one big secret.
one thing is for sure, we'll be on Keralis' channel next time. Right?
Yes. Next week is on my, because then I'm going on holiday.
Yeah. So it will be Sylv and me again then after that.
Sounds good.
Don't miss it. Next. Hey,
All right.
are we changing? We've been talking about changing dates from days from Saturdays to Sundays. Is that a thing still, or are we just going
Well,
Saturdays?
I think we can just or upload on Saturday or on Sunday. I think it's the best thing to do. Just say like
It's like cliffhanger.
if you want to do it on or you can't make it on a Saturday, then upload it.
I think that's the best. Yeah, just keep it
Yeah.
on Saturday like it's been. But if we don't make it,
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm
just
just
Keep it
Sunday.
open, but people know now.
Exactly, and if you follow
That's
us
a
on
good
Twitter, you'll definitely stay updated to whatever is happening and to whenever stuff's going up. So if you're really curious about the videos, I would recommend you give each of us a follow on Twitter anyway, and you should be
Well, yeah.
up to date to what's happening in the park. Anyway, I'm really rounding it up here. So
Yes.
thank you guys for watching, and
Thank you
we'll
for
see you guys
having
in the
us,
next
Sylv.
episode. No problem.
Bye.
Alright.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.